I'm Robert. Um, I think the first issue of what brought me to the program was that I was living with somebody who was going through a great deal of trauma recovery. This is a extremely difficult process. Having come from a family with some mental illness, the effect of being with somebody who was suffering through a great deal of trauma recovery and the chaos associated with it, uh, we were trying, well, a lot of different therapies and a lot of different options that weren't working. Um, my wife eventually came to this program. Uh, so, what brought me here was living with somebody whose issues were causing me to fall into cycles that were learned as a child myself. Um, what attracted me to the program, actually, it wasn't me. It was my wife who began with the program, and I started to see some differences in her, and so I began to join, mostly just to be supportive of her. But I ended up picking up some skills that helped me deal with her, as well as manage stress in other aspects of my life. But the main point was for us to be able to recover as a couple. I think that the impact in my life, well, first of all, we're still married, and I wasn't sure if that was going to happen before we were able to start making some real big differences in how we reacted to stress and how we both made it through this process. Um, if anybody who's dealing with somebody who has PTSD, there is the person who's suffering from it, and then there's what everyone else goes through along the ride. Being able to manage those feelings, that stress, uh, it gave us the ability to continue with therapy, to continue as a couple, and to stop a feedback loop of one person triggering the other person and then it going back again. If somebody's considering the program, I can't say if it will work for everything, but I think that in this case, it was a very good way to stop a cycle of reactions to reactions, if that makes any sense. So I think that if anybody's considering this, I think it's worth a try. Particularly if you find that your reactions to somebody else are causing their reactions back to you. This is a way that interrupts that process. So I think it worked very well for me, and if nothing else is working, I recommend you try it. So, thank you, Nadine. 'Cause I'm losing all doubt and fear when I'm